Yeah, that sounds way too dirty for this song. But in solo, it sounds... Gonna get Chipotle after this. Hello friends, welcome back to NDOM Media. My name is Matt Teeden. I'm a mixing engineer based out of Bloomington, Indiana. Let's just hop right into it. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at drum bus processing, specifically with the plug-in Alliance Black Box Analog HG-2. That's all one thing. And the Lindell 6X500. I'm going to start by just playing back the mix for you guys. I'll play back the section that has drums. Giving up, but I just can't. It isn't. I'm sure if I just do it again, it'll be fine. But I just can't. It isn't in my blood. It isn't in my blood. I need somebody now. Great, I'm gonna solo up those drums for you for a quick half playback. Before we take a look at the drum bus processing, there's very important processing happening specifically on the room track. This is a huge part of the energy of this track. These were created with Steven Slate Drummer 5, so they come out of the box pretty much perfect as is. So there wasn't a lot of processing to be done. I did use the virtual mix rack to gate the toms. I did a similar thing on each of the tom tracks just because there was resonance that I wasn't really digging, but I didn't feel the need to do much on kick or snare, and I had no problems with the overheads. Part of that is because the overheads don't include the tom, kick, or snare tracks. They are just the cymbals, so that's usually where a lot of my work goes, getting the relationship between the close mics and the overheads really good. So again, there wasn't much to be done there. Diving into the room track, this is what it sounds like unprocessed. And the first thing I did was go all buttons in on the CLA 76 from Waves with the attack all the way up. Usually I would start with the attack all the way down, let you hear what that sounds like. So it is adding very nice length to the drums, but it's enhancing the transient in a way that felt too snappy when it was in the mix. So I'm gonna start speeding up this attack and listen to what happens to the transient. It really starts squeezing the transient. Let's go on and off with this plugin here. Next, there's a Brainworks SSL 4000E. The only thing I'm doing on it is cutting around 850. That had a lot of hole to it. Hole. I'm gonna get memed so hard for that. But that's exactly what it sounds like. I will show you what this processing sounds like in the mix of the drums. And now in context with the full mix. Now moving on to the drum bus. The first thing in our chain is the Brainworks Black Box Analog Design Digital HG Black Box Analog Design HG-2. I'm just gonna call it the unit from now on. So the unit is on our drum bus. There is a parallel mix on here, so I'm gonna turn it all the way up. What are we at? We're at 58. I'm gonna turn it all the way up just so you guys can hear exactly what that sounds like with just the drums. I'll A-B this. What I hear is that's adding really nice saturation. Through that saturation, it'll also add a slight bit of compression. So what you're actually getting is a taming of the super fast transients, and it will still sound the same loudness. So that's another thing that can help in the peak factor of your mixes. If you're trying to get loud mixes, having crazy transients is just going to make a compressor or a limiter at the end of the mix or in the mastering stage react really weird. So this is one way to kind of tame that. It also adds a little bit of really clean and and punchy mids, which I really like about this unit. I'm getting a call. Who it be? Talk to you later tonight, all right? That's my buddy Peyton. I'm mixing some rap songs for him. All right, so next in the chain is the Lindell 6X500. This is a digital emulation of a physical unit that they sell. It's a preamp. It also has some Pultec style EQ bands in it. I really enjoy the way that this boosts high end over the Waves Pultec EQ P1A. I haven't tried the universal audio stuff. I'm sure it sounds incredible, but I kind of prefer this specifically on drum buses. It boosts the high end without getting as sibilant as the Pultec. So I'll show you exactly what I did with this, which was literally just a high boost at 6K. Also, something that's very common that I'll do, not usually on drums, usually on instrument tracks, is you can drive the gain and it will automatically attenuate the output, so you can get some really nice color from this unit. I didn't do this in the track, but let's just see what it sounds like. On lighter settings, it'll do something similar to what the unit above this is doing. If I drive it really hard, it'll just sound like preamp distortion. That's super cool for like grungy rock stuff. You can get some really awesome sounds, especially if you use this in parallel on a drum bus. Then you can automate between one and the other, flip it throughout the song to get really nice flow of energy. That sounds cool. I mean, not right for this song, but I just want to see what that sounds like in context. Yeah, that sounds way too dirty for this song, but in solo it sounds dope, assuming there's a whole different instrument section. So that's everything that I did to the drums. If you guys want to check out the original video where I made this session and sang it and everything, and I also touch upon all of the mixing in this section, these are just where I'm going more in depth, then you can check that out right here or in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Keep mixing, keep your ears fresh. Until next time, goodbye friends.